Other foreign governments are actually doing something about this. Lord Mandelson is in trouble. Prince Andrew is in deep Prince Andrew, because everybody focuses on the pictures.
When is something going to happen to him? I feel like we have so much stuff.
They just opened an investigation.
Than anybody here.
Not only did they strip him,
he hasn't gone to prison.
Not only did they strip him of all his royal titles, he's actually being investigated right now because Prince Andrew was a UK trade advisor while he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and he was forwarding confidential trade advisory documents to Epstein. That's one of the things that came out in the files. Prince Andrew is currently under investigation by Scotland Yard and the British police.
Well, those alleged financial crimes have now led to the arrest of the man formerly known as Prince Andrew. He has had his title stripped from him as a result of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, well-known pedophile and sex trafficker. Now, the individual you just heard from is Sagar Enjeti, of course. He was speaking with Andrew Schultz, and they discussed, the difference between the United States and foreign countries when it comes to the response from authorities regarding the revelations that we have found in the Epstein files, right? So, Cenk, before I give you some more evidence of this difference, what are your 2 cents?
So look, what happened to Les Wexner is going to show you why our government is compromised. So you've got to see this story, okay? But I will say in summary right now, so in the UK, they arrest the brother of the king. In Norway, they arrest the former prime minister.
Crazy.
And in the UAE, they punish a sultan. But we have not arrested a single Epstein client.
The Dow.
But the Dow's at 50,000. No, seriously, our government is completely compromised. Whoever is running it, even if you don't want to put a name to it, whoever is in charge of making sure that you're protecting these predators is running our government, not the people we elected.
Now, Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, as his name is now, has been charged with suspicion of misconduct in public office over his time as a trade envoy. This was between 2001 and 2011. So during that 10-year period, he had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, and documents in the Epstein files suggest that in 2010 and 2011, Mountbatten-Windsor gave Epstein confidential insider information, which is illegal in almost every context except Congress, apparently. Now, in one instance, Mountbatten-Windsor forwarded Epstein official reports on his meetings in Singapore, Vietnam, Shenzhen, and Hong Kong. And he passed along investment opportunities to Epstein, including, but not limited to, the reconstruction of Afghanistan. And in regard to his brother's arrest, King Charles has actually handled this pretty well. He has made a public statement indicating that he's in favor of justice. So he says, let me state clearly, the law must take its course. Doesn't care that, Andrew is his brother. He wants, the law to play out the way it's supposed to. Now, Virginia Giuffre stated that she was raped by Mountbatten-Windsor when she was only 17 years old. She did eventually drop those charges. Now, if you talk to someone like Michael Tracy, he would argue it's because of the fact that Virginia Giuffre was not a credible person and she was throwing out false allegations. But remember, Epstein, Andrew, we're talking about incredibly powerful, well-connected men. And who knows what was happening behind the scenes that led her to drop those charges. Meanwhile, the British police force is conducting several other investigations tied to the Epstein files. And Peter Mendelsohn, who's the former British ambassador to the United States, as we all know, has resigned over his ties to Epstein. He too is facing an investigation led by the British police. Now in France, investigators are reviewing the case of Jean-Luc Brunel, an Epstein associate who aided his sex trafficking operation, allegedly. And Paris prosecutors have announced that they are looking into 3 other men who were connected to Epstein. So other countries, including Western nations, are conducting investigations, making arrests. Here in the United States, on the day that they released the latest tranche of Epstein files, we heard from our Deputy Attorney General that there will be no more investigations, and they meant it. I mean, there haven't been any investigations, and there's no indication that our DOJ will conduct any investigations.
Yeah, I think we might talk about Jean-Luc Brunel more later, but
We will.
His story is amazing because he gets ready to turn in Epstein and is ready to present evidence, and then magically he never gets charged. So here's who they should call into these hearings: the FBI agents that made the decision to never charge anyone. The Justice Department officials, the FBI is the investigations, Justice Department is the charging. Bring them both in. Why? You guys said Les Wexner, we're gonna get to him in a second, is this co-conspirator. Why didn't you charge him? Why did you even investigate him? Because that is incredibly strange to say he is a co-conspirator of the biggest pedophile in American history, and we're choosing not to investigate him. And you'll never guess what happened to Brunel when he finally got arrested after Epstein got arrested. He hanged himself in prison. Gee, I wonder what happened there. And so if you think these are still suicides, okay. I guess you probably work in mainstream media. All right, back to you.
So when you consider what's been happening in other countries following the revelations that were made public from the release of the Epstein files to what's happening here in the United States, I mean, it's day and night. So it is interesting to compare the UK's handling of these revelations from how the US is handling things. While the man formerly known as Prince Andrew has just been arrested, the Department of Justice in the United States is refusing to open any real investigations. And today, President Donald Trump completely dodged the question when he asked if American elites linked to Jeffrey Epstein would face any accountability. He talked at length about pretty much anything else, including himself, and how sad it was that Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor got arrested today. He thinks that that's sad. Okay.
So it's bad for the royal family. Like, look at his state of mind, guys. He doesn't think like, oh, those poor girls. He thinks, oh, they're powerless, so they're irrelevant. They're not rich, so they're irrelevant. Oh, a rich person and his rich friends and family had to suffer.
Sad.
No, that's so sad. And only for raping girls, that's it?
No, well, to be fair, it wasn't only for potentially, allegedly raping girls. It had to do with financial crimes, insider trading.
But it's going to relate to that. So, so let me just say that real quick. Why do they arrest him on the trading issues and giving secret information to Epstein? Why do you think he gave secret information to Epstein? Because Epstein obviously was either great friends with him and was delivering these girls to him, or at that point was using blackmail, right? We have none of the tapes. All of it was taped, and the government says I can't find any of the tapes. I mean, this is so obvious.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for New Year's resolutions. We all make them, but I'm not making any big flashy resolutions that are gonna crash and burn by February. My reset is much simpler. It's about giving myself a break in the kitchen. Not by eating less, don't be crazy. But let's be honest, thinking about what to eat, shopping for it, cooking it, it's a drain. And when you're drained from cooking, you can't focus on the work that matters, and that's the work right here. That's where Cook Unity comes in. It's been my way of cheating. Like I have a personal chef. I'm very fancy that way, please. But without the insane cost. Restaurant quality meals on my schedule. So I ordered a bunch of things that I loved. So we got the pepperoni naan pizza. I love pepperoni pizza, I love naan. You put it together, it's genius. Golden chicken schnitzel. It's schnitzel, but it's golden. Okay, this stuff is all so good. New Orleans shrimp and grits, they have sausage in there too. Love it. And that's my point, guys. These aren't boring and repetitive meals. These are all-star chefs, Food Network alum, and James Beard winners. Handpicking seasonal ingredients and balancing bold flavors with nutrition. Every meal is a small batch masterpiece delivered fresh, never frozen. It makes hitting wellness goals effortless because a nutritious, incredible meal is ready in minutes. No shopping, no cooking, no cleanup. You can browse by chef, by cuisine, filter macros to the gram, not a thing I would do, but you could. And it's way less than takeout or even grocery store prices. Plus their packaging is part of a reusable, eco-friendly program. You can't ask for more. Taste comfort and craftsmanship in every bite from the award-winning chefs behind Cook Unity. Go to cookunity.com/TYT or enter code TYT before checkout to get 50% off your first order. That's 50% off your first order by using code TYT or going to cookunity.com/TYT. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.